Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. In this video, we are going to learn chapter 2 titled Equations, and we are going to focus on subtopic 2.2, which is quadratic equations. By the end of this video, you should be able to recognize the types of roots of a quadratic equation based on the value of the discriminant b squared minus 4ac. If you can still remember, in previous lesson, we have learned to solve quadratic equations either by using factorization method, the formula, or by using completing the square method. All the solutions that we get, we call them as roots. And today, we are going to learn how to determine the types of roots of a quadratic equation by using the discriminant. If we have our quadratic equation in its standard form, ax squared plus bx plus c, then we can use the value of a, b, and c to find the value of the discriminant. When we have the value of the discriminant greater than 0, it means that our quadratic equation has two different real roots. However, if we have the value of discriminant as 0, then our quadratic equation has two equal real roots. And if we have the value of discriminant less than 0, it means that our quadratic equation has no real roots. Now, let us try to determine the type of roots for this quadratic equation. As you can see, this quadratic equation is already in its standard form. Therefore, we have the value of a equals to 1, b equals to negative 12, and c equals to 27. Then, we write down the formula for discriminant, which is b squared minus 4ac, and we replace the values of a, b, and c. And we find the value of our discriminant equals to 36. Now, this value is greater than 0. Therefore, our quadratic equation x squared minus 12x plus 27 equals to 0 has two different real roots. Now, let us move to example number 2. For this equation, we have the value of a is 1, b equals to 16, and c equals to 64. Then we use the formula for discriminant and we replace a, b, and c. Therefore, we can conclude that our quadratic equation has two equal real roots since the value of discriminant is equal to 0. For our last example, let us try to determine the type of roots for this quadratic equation. We have the value of a equals to 2, b equals to negative 7, and c equals to 10. And we substitute the value of a, b, and c into the formula of discriminant. Since the value of our discriminant is less than 0, therefore, we can conclude that our quadratic equation has no real roots. So, we have reached the end of our video. please have a try at these few questions and do not hesitate to contact your lecturer if you face any problem. Thank you and see you in the next video.